Hi guys, Kaza here. Welcome back. We're back with more of the amazing Shinsengumi. We're gonna find out what happened. Why? Hopefully, Sanosuke was over in the red light district. And can we really trust him? Hopefully, we can. So let's get started and find out. So, chapter 6. Don't get in the way. Okay. Things continue to be awkward with Sanosuke. However, I had less time to worry about my feelings. After the events at Okita, the Chonsu and the anti-shogunates were gathering their forces. They are mobilizing at Mount Tenyo, Fushimi, and Sagateruji Temple. I hope I said that right. The Shinsengumi were ordered to participate with the Aizu and defend the Fushimi area. Sanosuke was going to return to the battlefield. I need to talk to him while I still have a chance. I might regret not doing it. While I was worrying, Sanosuke was looking forward to go into battle. I heard him say he wanted to make up for coming late to Okita and do his best this time. I didn't understand why he'd be happy to go into battle, but I couldn't help but think that Sanosuke wasn't bothered about being away from me. It became even harder to talk to him. And in the end, I watched them leave. I couldn't even say, have a safe trip. Was it okay to do that? Just letting him go like that. I was sitting in the veranda spacing out when I heard a voice. I turned around and Soji was standing there. He sat next to me. You're not going with him? I thought only the sickly and injured were left at the base. I didn't expect him to be here. I'm not feeling too well. I'd say I'd be fine, but Captain Kondo and Vice Captain Hijikata wouldn't listen. Soji sounded dissatisfied and complained. Well, I'm sure they'll keep glaring at each other for a while. I preserve my strength, but when push comes to shove, I have my chance. I thought he was a stern and scary person, but when we talked like this, it didn't feel that way at all. I'm sorry about the other day. I made things worse for you and Sanosuke. No, it's not your fault. I couldn't believe he was being considerate of me. He was actually a nice person. My image of him changed. It is my fault. I took you there on purpose. What did you say? I couldn't believe what I just heard. I instinctively questioned him. Why would you bring me there on purpose? I thought it'd be to your benefit. I heard you and Sanosuke were getting closer, and I wanted you to know what kind of person he really was soon, so you wouldn't be hurt. Who he truly was? Sanosuke is that type of person. I don't think he's the type to hold a serious relationship. You really think so? That's nothing to do with you. No, no, it really, even though I know you're mean good, it was not for you to decide. That has nothing to do with you. Even though I should felt that way too. I got angry at Soji's attempt to console me. Why are you so attracted to him? I'm sure there's someone better for you out there. If you stay with Sanosuke, you'll just continue being hurt. I don't want to see you like that. I would only be hurt. I wondered if that was really true. However, the way I was now, Sanosuke was the only person I could think about. You don't know how Sanosuke is on the battlefield, right? If Captain Kondo ordered me to, I could kill anyone. In a sense, you could call me heartless. But Sanosuke, he kills people on his own entertainment and not out of the devotion for the Shinsengumi. That's a lie. I shouted that without thinking. Sanosuke was a kind person. He saved me numerous times. He was calm at Okita. I was sure it was because he was stressed out for being on the battlefield. Soji, do you hate Sanosuke? No, not really. I don't care if you don't want to believe me. Soji stood up. Oh, that's right. Before I forget, the real reason I stayed here was because I wanted to be with you. As he walked away, Soji turned around and smiled at me. Do you believe me? Not in the least. Oh well. Well, it's better for you if you don't let your guard down. He chuckled and walked away. I wasn't sure if he was warning me, being sarcastic, or if he just wanted to tease me. He wasn't good at showing his true feelings. Sanosuke kills people for fun. There's no way that's true. Just as OJ said, the battle didn't progress very much. I was sure they were sick of glaring at each other, but nothing had happened. I was relieved. I wanted to bring them some refreshments, but the battle could have started at any time. July 19th. The fire of war was lit, and there were intense fights in the street, and we could hear cannon fires from the base. The Soji was preparing for battle, and he was going to support the others. Soji, I have a favor to ask you. Company MS crew limits. No, I can relay my own message, thank you. I want to make sure Sanosuke is safe. I want to do it properly with my own eyes. You want me to take you with me? I knew it would be a burden. I might cause Sanosuke trouble as well. Still, please. I bowed my head low. I heard him sigh. If you want to come along, do as you please. However, don't get in my way. Soji was completely astonished as he answered me. A fierce battle was spreading from the Imperial Palace. The Shinsengumi headed there as well. By the time we reached our destination, the battle was already over, but Shotsun troops were retreating. And the thing that surprised me the most was the Shogunate were firing cannons at the building and the remaining troops fled to. The Shinsengumi troops were helping. Sanosuke was behind a big cannon assisting them. I couldn't believe what was happening before my eyes. Unbelievable. Soji's painful whisper felt so far away. The wind was strong that day, and the flames engulfed the houses nearby. We have to do this to annihilate the enemy troops. If we prolong the battle, more people will get hurt. Sanosuke said it had to be done. He repositioned the cannon. He didn't hesitate at all. I was right, I was furious. With my dealing with flames, no, don't do this to our city. Stop! I'm trying to burn down Kyoto. This isn't what the Shinsengumi do. I became desperate and started yelling. The Shinsengumi I know, the Sanosuke I know wouldn't do something like this. I didn't want to believe this was his true nature. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to stop him somehow. I couldn't believe what was happening before my eyes. They were the men who saved my fellow housemates. They were the heroes protecting Kyoto from burning. Those men were now the Shinsengumi, the protectors of Kyoto, were now setting it on fire with their own hands. Stop! I panicked and grabbed onto his hand. Don't get in the way. This is a man's fight. This isn't the place for a woman like you to interfere. He shouted at me in his screeching voice, and I backed off. Nothing I said reached him. Something similar to despair filled my heart. Sanosuke, we're all done here. We're going to infiltrate the Hino residence in front of the Imperial Palace gates. There's Shinpachi's voice. There's still enemies over there, right? Yeah. Show me what you can do. Sanosuke left the burning house behind. He left me too as I kneeled on the ground. I'm going to follow Captain Kondo's orders. You should go back now. Soji patted me on the shoulder and laughed. He was so far away. I heard people screaming. They weren't from enemy soldiers. They were from civilians. I saw a mother standing in front of a building shouting to her son who was still inside. You have to help her. You're not going to help her? They're busy. They're going to be like, nah, I'm going to do it then. Shoot. I have to help her. Without thinking, I rushed over to her. Henri, stop. Don't do anything reckless. I heard Sanosuke call out to me. He sounded serious, but I could also hear his concern. I wanted to turn around, but I resisted temptation and jumped into the flames. I used the child's cries as reference and quickly found him. I felt relieved. I'm so glad. I held the child and tried to go outside. My sleeve was on fire. As I screamed, a large hand grabbed my sleeve and extinguished the flames. Sanosuke! Before I could say his name, he took me and the child into his arms. Why did you come back for me? I knew you would come for me. Well, the second one sounds more likely, but he was supposed to be doing his thing, so why did you come back for me? He was supposed to be in the residence with Shinpachi. He even bombarded the house when he was on fire. Isn't it obvious? Did you think I would have abandoned you? Sanosuke shouted at me. I wasn't afraid, though. It was the opposite. I could feel the love within his words. Don't ever do that again. If this thing were to ever happen to you, I don't know what I'd do. He sounded sad and finally released me. The kid in his shoulder and put his other arm around my shoulder. He showed me his kindness. I was about to overthink his intentions. I was happy, but it was bittersweet. Even if I'm not around anymore, I have other women to go to. Like your lovely courtesan. My heart pounded as if you were tricking me. I said some horrible things to Sanosuke. I knew I was being cruel. Don't be foolish. The girl who lost her relatives to a fire lives there. I saved her a long time ago. I heard the price to get her out had been decided on, so I went to talk to them. It can't be. I couldn't help but slip that out of my mouth at his unexpected words. Then why didn't you say anything that time? It was because Soji was there. He'd never let me live it down if I told him that embarrassing story. I wanted to explain it to you afterwards, but you wouldn't listen to me. It was something like that. By the way, are we all having this chat while still in the building? And slowly perusing out of the burning building? I felt stupid for worrying about it so much. In any case, we can discuss this later. We need to hurry and get out of here. When I thought I could finally take a breather, I lost all strength and fell to the floor. Henri, are you okay? Sensei quickly tried to hold me up. His voice became more distant. My vision became hazy, and I couldn't keep my eyes open. As the hot air and smoke spread, I lost consciousness. Wait, it's not even chapter 7 yet. What? Oh, okay. I guess hopefully we're okay. Yay, but we got 86%, so I guess that's something. But at least now we know why he was at the house, so that's good. So anyway, leave me comments below. Let me know what you guys thought of that chapter, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye. How's that?